Alright, hey everybody, it's DanFromHali, and my god, is it ever weird not saying that Take-Two channel name, but hey, that's a story for another day, isn't it? Today we have another reaction video for you. It is a cover of a Boyz II Men classic song, End of the Road. Now, so many people have requested this. In fact, I think that if I went right back and checked all of the new votes versus all the old votes for this song, we'd probably be well over 70 votes by now, which means you really want to see this, and so do I. So I am not going to drag this out any longer. I am just going to press that play button.
We belong together, and you know that I'm right. Why do you play with my heart, or why do you play with my mind?
Now, a lot of people have suggested this song to me because they knew that I like Rob's voice, and rightfully so. He sounds a lot different here. Well, maybe not a lot different. Maybe it's just something that I haven't picked up on before. I've always heard the smoothness of his voice, which I loved, but just hearing him with this song, you get a feel for, you know, that R&B style and how comfortable he is with that. Immediately I pick up on that, and it takes hold. It is great. Very smooth. Let's keep going here.
Said we'd be forever, said it never died. How could you love me and leave me and never say goodbye? Oh, I can't sleep at night without holding you tight. Girl, each time I try, I just break down and cry. The pain in my head, oh, I'd rather be dead. Spinning it around and around.
Really nice vocals from Austin. Impressed with everybody so far here. I failed to mention a little bit. Harley, you stay down off that table, or I swear to blog. She's not going to stay off the table. Harley, if I have to stop this and reshoot this video... Where was I? Right. Austin. His vocals here are just on point. Like, I've heard several songs from Home Free Now, and not one ever made me think, oh, you know what? I'd really love to hear these guys do some R&B. And now they're hitting me with it in all of the right ways. Just simple, soulful elegance, including Adam Rupp on the vocal percussions, by the way. You got that classic R&B sound on the percussion. Let's, play button, go.
We come to the end of the road. Still I can't let go. It's unnatural. You belong to me. I belong to you.
Tim. So I was watching Tim's lips move, and I wasn't really hearing anything, which isn't a bad thing. I mean, he did come through there towards the end, but it sounded like he was just providing a reverb on what Rob and Austin were seeing there all along. All in all, great so far.
Girl, I know you really love me. You just don't realize. You've never been there before. It's only your first time. Maybe I'll forgive you. Maybe you'll try. We should be happy
soulful elegance from everybody here. Now, again, people pointed out that this was a highlight for Rob, and it most definitely is. He is shining through, but I don't want to get it mixed up. Everybody here is doing something just right. A lot goes into an R&B song like this, especially when you're covering something like Boyz II Men. And I've mentioned Austin before. Now, Tim might seem like he's getting lost in the translation, but if you listen to everything that's going on with bass, you can hear him, and R&B gets nowhere without its bass line. You belt that. Woo! Wow. Mr. Rob. There's some great singing going on here, but I want more of this. This is a 4-minute and 38-second song, and I could do for 12. This is exactly what I want here. I want more R&B from these guys. I want more R&B from Home Free.
It's unnatural. To the end of the road, still I can't let go. It's unnatural. You belong to me. I belong to you.
Rob, with that run at the end there, what are you doing, my guy? That song is one of my all-time favorites from Boyz II Men, which is how I knew that it was going to be one of the first few songs that I did this week. And boys, you delivered. I didn't know if they'd try to do their, cycling solos where everybody gets a shot. I didn't know how they were going to do that, but I was very happy to see that the people that got the most time the limelight here were Rob and Austin, because I love their voices. I love their voice profiles. I love how they come through every time that they get a solo, and I want to hear more of that, especially if you have a voice like this that's so smooth, so crisp, so soulful, so elegant. And you drop that bass from Tim underneath that with some reverb, with some melody in the back with chants, and you have somebody like Austin with that tenor and that skillful beatboxing from Rob. This is what I want to hear from Home Free. I need more of you. Can you give me more of this? Please? Well, if you do, you know where to do that at, right? There's a comments section. That's where you go and say, hey, DanFromHali, I want you to react to End of the Road from Home Free. From Boyz II Men, or, anything like that. Or any song, whatever. It doesn't even have to be Home Free. It can be literally anybody. If you want me to do Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch, tell me to do Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. If you want me to do some Ozzy, let's shred some Ozzy. I'm here for you. Just write it down in the comments section. I'll put it into my request spreadsheet, If it's something that I really like, I'm going to keep it off the request spreadsheet, and I'm just going to do it because that's how I roll. Speaking of how I roll, listen, I know some of you out there have said that I have a tendency to talk too much. Yes, I do. It's part of speaking anxiety, which I have in spades. Sometimes these videos, and I've said this in comments before, sometimes these videos take me 5 to 10 takes just to get through the intro. Now, once I get through the intro, I want to give you my first genuine reaction, so if I get caught up in verbal diarrhea while I'm giving a reaction, well, I just let it go. So I apologize if I speak too much and I let the intro get on too long, but sometimes that's the only way that I can actually start the video and introduce it and all that stuff. That's not going to change, unfortunately. I do appreciate that you might prefer something different. However, I am an alternative to that if you prefer this as well. Now, as I said, and you can look in the time code below because some other people had mentioned this, I'm going to start placing the time codes in my description. It will be before anything else in the description. That way you can always look at my videos, figure out when the video starts, click that time code and go right to the reaction of the video you're watching. That is my compromise to you. Now, this is going on too long. I'm going to end it right here with give me some thumbs up, down, subscription-y box thing, do my awkward movement, and hey, while we're at it, let's go with a thumbnail. Actually, it would be more like a thumbnail. All right, guys, I'll see you at the next one. Bye now.